18 days. That's the median time it took a Sherwood home to sell over the last 30 days. And in that same window, 57 houses closed. So if you've been reading online that Sherwood or anywhere in Central Arkansas is slow right now, I want to show you what the actual MLS data says, because it's not close to the same story. The national media is leading you astray. Let me give you the real numbers. So straight off the press of the MLS for the last 30 days, I pulled it this morning, 57 homes sold. The median one went under contract in 18 days. The average was 27. And that gap between 18 and 27 is really worth understanding and learning about. So hang with me on that. The average sales price is close to 300 at 294, about 148, 150 bucks a square foot, and sellers got over 98% of their list price. So let's start with the pace, because this is where the public websites get it badly wrong. I regularly see national sites quoting 80 plus days, and that's not what's happening. Those sites are counting every listing sitting out there, including the ones that are overpriced and going nowhere. The MLS tells you what actually sold. And half of Sherwood sellers went under contract in under 3 weeks, under 2 really. That's a healthy moving market by anyone's definition. Now that 18 versus 27, the median versus the mean, Sherwood homes are selling quickly, and a smaller group of them took considerably longer and pulled the average up. That's your two-tier market again. And it's the same story I've told you about Maumelle and Bryant and all of Little Rock area. It's not the neighborhood, it's the starting price. Then the number I want sellers to really sit with, 98% list to sale price ratio. On a home around 294, that means the typical seller came down roughly $6,000 from their asking price in either price or concessions. That's a tight, disciplined market for buyers. It's not a market where buyers are grinding sellers down, and it's not one where sellers are naming any number that they want either, pie in the sky. $6,000 is a normal negotiating room. It's not a discount. Price per square foot is $148 a square foot. It's almost $150. If you own in that neighborhood in Sherwood, take your square footage and multiply. That won't be your exact value. Condition, updates, lot, neighborhood, all of those things factor in. But it puts you in the right zip code instead of the fantasy zip code that Zillow may have handed you. These are MLS numbers, not website estimates. And I pull them fresh every single week, a lot of times every day, for different Central Arkansas areas. If you want the real one instead of what the national headline and news media is telling you, hit subscribe. That's what this channel is for. So what do you do with this? Well, if you're buying in Sherwood, understand that you're moving in an 18-day market. When a well-priced home hits, you don't have a weekend to think about it. You need your pre-approval done and your agent ready before you start looking at houses. Where your leverage lives is that slower group, the homes past 30 to 40 days. Those sellers are motivated and at rates closer to 6.5, asking them to buy down your rate usually will help your payment more than shaving a couple of $1,000 off the price. So if you're selling in the Sherwood area, this is good news, but read it correctly. Homes are selling fast at 98% of their asking price. The ones that launched at the right number. Pricing is important. 57 sales in a month tells you that the buyers are here and they're active. Price into that, the reality using closed sales, not what your neighbor is asking, and Sherwood will move your house in less than 3 weeks. That's the honest picture. 57 houses sold, 18-day median, $294 average sales price, 98% of the list. Sherwood's not slow, it's selective, and right now it's rewarding sellers who price to the data and to what they have. If you want to know where your Sherwood home actually lands in these numbers, I'm glad to pull the comps and walk you through it. No pressure, no obligation. Comment here, call me or text me at 804-9942, and I'll see you on Wednesday.